So this is how they're going to end the DCEU. This is how they're going to end it. So Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom is not only the sequel to 2018's Aquaman, but it's also the end film for the DCEU, once again directed by James Wan, and once again starring Jason Momoa as Arthur Curry / Aquaman. In the film, we once again follow Aquaman Arthur Curry as he is not only balancing his life as king of ruler of Atlantis, but he is also balancing life as a dad. At the same time, Black Manta, portrayed by Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, comes back on a request for revenge after what happened to his dad in the previous film. Aquaman ends up forming an unlikely alliance with his brother, Ocean Master, portrayed by Patrick Wilson. Alrighty guys, so let's get into Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom.
Excellent!
Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, who, by the way, I do really apologize if I butchered his name because he is a brilliant actor. Where he was easily my least favorite thing about the first film, he is most definitely, I mean without a doubt, the best part about Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Everything that I wanted from him in the 2018 movie, he brought it and then some here. Yahya Abdul-Mateen II was so good in this movie, I wanted to spend more time with him than Aquaman. And also when Patrick Wilson comes back as Ocean Master, he made the film just a bit more entertaining. There is actually a pretty decent action sequence involving Aquaman, Ocean Master, in this cave. This action sequence was easily the best part of the entire film.
Well, that's just fucking great!
If you guys have seen my review of 2018's Aquaman, you will all know that I had a good time with that movie. Now, it isn't great per se by any stretch of the imagination, but I will definitely say is that Aquaman 2018 was essentially like a fun, colorful Saturday morning cartoon come to life, and James Wan made Aquaman an absolute badass. And knowing how much I liked the 2018 movie, I was looking forward to seeing not only how James Wan and Jason Momoa were going to do in this movie, but also the end of the DCU story. This movie is really, really bad. Everybody else in this movie felt like that they were either just there for the paycheck, or their performances were so stiff, including Jason Momoa as Aquaman. Jason Momoa was easily the scene stealer in the first Aquaman. You could tell that Jason Momoa was having the time of his life filming the first Aquaman movie, but here, I don't know where that performance went to. Jason Momoa didn't feel like he was playing Aquaman. He felt like he was just doing basically himself the entire time. Also, I know I'm gonna get this question, Amber Heard. Amber Heard is in the movie, and is she good? Not really, but then again, she's barely in the movie in the first place. All of the performances in this movie were either very, very stiff, they were very wooden. They're performances from actors that just looked like they didn't want to be there, or in this case, the reshoots that they had to do. From what I heard, they had to do a lot of reshoots in this film, and my god, it shows. I don't know whether to blame it on the acting, or even worse, the terrible dialogue. Oh my god, the dialogue. There is a specific scene in this movie in which once a certain line of dialogue was heard, and by the way, this is from Jason Momoa, by the way, I literally said out loud, I didn't need that fucking line of dialogue. There were just so many parts of this movie where the dialogue was not only cringy, but the humor was terrible. To be fair, the DCEU has been very inconsistent. Absolutely. I mean, there is no doubt that the DCU has not been great all the time. But for the film to be the end of it all, this is the dialogue you're gonna write for it? Also, speaking of the dialogue, there is a moment in this movie where I rolled my eyes so hard. There is a part near the end of the film where I swear to God to you guys, you know what it reminded me of? Remember the scene from that film? You know what I'm talking about. Something else that I cannot believe I'm about to say, the VFX effects were garbage. And this is absolutely mind-blowing because 2018's Aquaman was an incredible looking film, and it's a film that to this day, I cannot believe did not get an Oscar nomination for Best Visual Effects, because that movie to this day still looks phenomenal. Now, I know that the budget for this movie was at least $200 million, maybe even more so. I can only wonder, where did that budget go to in this movie? One of the opening VFX shots I saw, I literally said, there's no way that this was passed through. There's just no way. Just to backpedal just a little bit, the cinematography is colorful. It's a very colorful looking movie. This really feels like a Saturday morning cartoon, but this feels like a rejected Saturday morning cartoon with how the overall presentation is. There were so many parts where you could just tell of the green screen backgrounds that the actors were against. Like, it does not look good at all. The editing as well was really, really odd. In particular, there's a sequence that involves Jason Momoa and also Nicole Kidman. I believe Dolph Lundgren was in the scene as well. And there's a specific moment where it cuts Nicole Kidman, and it just was a really odd edit to happen, and it just didn't seem like that it was the right shot that they cut to. There's one in this movie where they actually edited a sequence in this specific way. I don't know why they did this, but the fact that they did, I just couldn't believe that they actually edited a sequence like this. Out of everything that bummed me out the most about this movie, and that was a storyline in this movie, I was expecting Aquaman the Lost Kingdom to be essentially a revenge quest film where Aquaman is trying to balance the two lives that he has, where Black Manta is coming back with a quest for vengeance against him. And sure, while that's the synopsis on IMDb, that's not really the plot of this movie. You want to know what the actual plot of Aquaman the Lost Kingdom really is? The plot of Aquaman the Lost Kingdom is Black Manta getting that trident and using it as a way to speed up global warming. That is the actual plot of this movie. The way that this movie opens, where Aquaman is caring for his son, I thought that was going to be a major part of the plot, and guess what? It wasn't. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, it also involves Randall Park. His character there's no character arc for Randall Park's character, and there is a moment with him that I just went, you've got to be kidding me right now. One more thing that I have to mention, and that's the mid-credits scene. That's your farewell to the DCEU? That's the scene?
And here we go.
So overall, where Man of Steel started out, the DCEU flying and soaring high into the sky, Aquaman the Lost Kingdom ends the DCEU plummeting and drowning in the roughest seas possible. As a person who really enjoyed the first movie, Aquaman the Lost Kingdom felt like colorful noise with little to no stakes. All in all, I'm going to give Aquaman the Lost Kingdom a 1.5 out of 5. The DCU couldn't have ended on a more sour note. So comment down below and let me know, what did you guys think of Aquaman the Lost Kingdom? Did you guys like the film, or did you also dislike it? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I'm also on Twitch. So if you guys want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links and the usernames are in the description below. I hope you enjoyed my review of Aquaman the Lost Kingdom. If so, please hit that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell for my latest review goes live. If you guys want to see my previous 2 reviews, please click right there or right there. And of course, if my next review or video goes live, I'll see you all next time.